Okay, welcome back. As you can tell, nothing has changed. It's the same as last time. There aren't any roads. There's no crazy big projects happening. It's just the same.
Welcome to another day of viewing on public access television. We hope you enjoy today's programming.
So, let's get into it. Okay, I'm gonna start with the roads that I put in. Okay, so over here, they're just gonna disappear into like a big tunnel. Okay, that's the plan. They go into a little rotary right here, and then this is gonna lead next to the park and go underneath the entrance path. And then this is gonna lead to, well, some backstage over here. I don't know why it's so laggy. Oh, because there's people in my park because I opened it because I hate myself. This is going to lead over here to this hotel over here, which I think gives us a lot more space to kind of figure out what I want to do with this, which is really good. This is another like little hotel plot, which would be great, and a hotel plot over here. And this is also a hotel, but I'll get into that in a minute. There's a new bus thingy, which is pretty neat. I gotta make it look better. I need to look at like how Disney does theirs and how Universal does theirs and figure it out. Because they usually have bus stops on both sides, and I can fit like 3 more like over here, so that'll be a good thing. But yeah. Anyway, this is gonna connect up to this road right here. And this is going to be the entrance plaza into whatever I call this park. I'm not entirely sure still. And then this is going to be the big parking garage. This was sitting, if I get out of this was sitting over here for a while. I thought that was a good idea, and then I was kind of like, I don't know. So I put it over here for a while, and then I was going to build like a big main street, but there wasn't like a big enough block, so it just looked weird between like the building was like, okay, well, for context, this was the entrance building, or like this was supposed to be the entrance building. Not great. It was just like a concept of what it could look like, and I didn't like it because you could see the carousel through. Well, you can still see it. Like, that's it right there. I can select it. You know, I don't know if I like that. But I think having, like, a hotel right here, like a big archway maybe, like, underneath it would be a good idea. And if I put this, maybe I can tuck this over here. But I think I kind of prefer it being this way, because then, I mean, I can extend it to the park border and, like, this way some more. And then I can even add like a bigger hotel over here that won't be so, you know, tied into like a little location like this, you know. So it'll be more, yeah. And that didn't make sense at all. This is the new hotel. As you can tell, it's has strong foundations. It's using anti-grav technology. These planters, yes, they're at an angle, and yes, the paths don't connect yet, because I just want to make sure that this is a thing that I like before I mess with the paths, because I know paths are easier in this game, but also paths are kind of annoying. So I think I have just like trauma from the first game. But yeah, this is where the road goes. It's underneath. Hasn't been shored up with like bricks yet or anything like that, but just to give you like an idea of kind of what I'm thinking. It's a very strange like entrance to a park, I know, but I don't know. I think it's kind of neat because you don't see anything. You might hear them, but I might just like pump like music out so that you don't hear them. But also, it's like the game, so you won't hear cars anyway. And I doubt that there will be a lot of cars on this road because it is just like a lot of backstage access and like the hotels. So maybe there will be, maybe there won't be. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, yeah, the hotel. So I'm thinking like a Hotel California Beverly Hills vibe. So that's going to be interesting. And this is going to be the entrance to the hotel. So this is going to be like a bigger lobby, which leads me to my next discussion about Main Street. Because I have this here, and because I have rooms that face onto like rooftops now, like if you're in this room, right, you look out your window, you see a rooftop, which isn't great. But you know, that's the room, I guess. I'm trying to kind of make it like the Hotel Miracosta or the Grand Californian. Like the idea of like adding the facades and things to try to make it look like a 1920s, you know, row of whatever. I can do that, or I can keep what I have here and add like some planters on the second floor. And I'm hoping to expand the main street if I can. Maybe add a couple of rides, maybe a dark ride. I'm not entirely sure, but I do want to push this little plaza block that I have back. So I'm just going to get rid of that right now, actually. And I do like this view of the carousel, but I don't know that I'm going to keep it, because I do want to have this whole area. Actually, I should just put that back. So I do want to have this whole area be like a garden, like kind of Art Deco, whatever. I'll figure it out. But more of like a garden. And then I don't know, like this is the Wild West area now. So there are some drop towers to try to be like a mine shaft drop. And now that I know about Geyser Mountain, thank you, Miss Barber, I might try to replicate that a little bit, which could be fun. And I built like a little temporary thing to just like remind myself that this is the western area, and a little riverboat rapids, and a little junior train, because everyone loves a good old little junior train. So, and this is pushed back quite a bit because this is the sci-fi area, and I have two options that I can do. I can either import my 50 by 50 Star Wars land that I started, or I can just start from scratch, which might be a better option, honestly. I do like the little Star Wars land that I'm making, but it's not great. I'm not good at like replicating themes like that. Yeah, no, not much has really changed in the mythology area in terms of theming. There's just some more facades over here. The back is going to be like rocks and trees. A restaurant, which isn't fully laid out yet. And then this is... I did open this just to see if people would go on it and just try to see people in this land for mostly just scale, because it is such a very... like, it's huge. Like, that door is massive, but I can't scale it down, you know? But, and this ride is also working. I haven't themed it though. It's going to have like wooden struts and maybe like a big sun at the top potentially. So that could be something. But, and this is now a floorless. Excuse me, a trackless.
Getting about the toothless, not homeless charity.
No, it's
not
homeless, not toothless.
Homeless, not...
He's just a toothless.
Okay, yeah, these things are loud. But, they love it. It's not in place yet, obviously. Everything's kind of up in the air with this little ride. And there's also a coaster here. I tried to do some rock work. So the one thing that I'm kind of disappointed about is the fact that I can't fit a pathway going from this land to the back of Fantasyland. And that's fine. I mean, I could stick it in like over here maybe, like a path going beside this restaurant. That might be a better idea. That might be a good idea actually, because I really wanted to have... I'm skipping ahead a lot to the next land I'm already going to be thinking about. I want this to kind of be like a big e-ticket over here. I have all this space for it. So, like that, comparing that size to like the log flume, that's a lot of space. And like this ride over here, this big one, like this whole thing is that. So e-tickets are pretty big, and I think this is enough space for an e-ticket, maybe a dueling e-ticket coaster thing. I don't know. I'll figure it out, but not a great place to try to put a path through. So I guess that's it. I keep saying the word It's been a lot of trial and error, but I will jump into the time lapse, and yeah, okay, I will see you over there. Alright, so you may have noticed also that my microphone sounds a little different. I've had this microphone for a while, but I just haven't plugged it in. This is a laptop that I use mostly, and it's not very convenient to have like a laptop plus the charging cable plus my mouse and the mouse pad plus like this big Behringer box thingy that I have to plug the microphone into. Plus the microphone is not just like it's like on like a big stand. I'm sitting crisscross applesauce with the microphone stand like shoved in like my lap. So that's an image. But this is how I'm talking. My hands are free, and that's good. But yeah, it's a bit sensitive. So there might be some popping or whatever. I'm still trying to figure it out. I used it for some of my Sims Machinima stuff, but I don't know. After that, I just I fell off YouTube, and then I was just kind of like, you know what? Like I think like my laptop microphone is fine. So you guys can at least understand what I'm saying. So it's not horrible, but yeah. Anyway, so what I'm doing, this is the infrastructure, which is, oh boy, infrastructure. I've never done a park like this, like ever. Like the farthest that I've gotten is like, oh, like this is a suggestion of like a parking lot, and I'll put like lines down and whatever. I've never really gone too far into like roads and backstage, so this is new. And this bridge is a challenge. I thought it was a good idea at the time. I still think it's a pretty okay idea. But it's weird. It's a weird one. I'm not sure if I want to keep it completely straight like that, because you can see into the back behind the castle. You can see like the back of the park, which isn't like, that's fine, but it kind of bothers me like a little bit. You might hear that my voice is kind of like weird and like trembly. My allergies have kicked in a lot, so it's also fairly hot here. Like at night, it's like 80 degrees, which is great. But we don't want to put in our like big like wall unit AC thingies yet, because it's only May. Like that's fairly early. So we've had the windows open. Like we started at like the afternoon and goes until like I go to bed. So it's not great, but like I'd rather suffer with a cough than, you know, be boiling. So it's not a very good trade-off. I am taking a lot of medications for my allergies, and it's fine. Yeah, I'll get over it eventually, but it's just like a sucky thing to happen right now, because I'm trying. Oh, this is like a little shot down from the parking lot all the way through, which, you know, that's a cool idea. But oh, and there you can see like the entrance and how low it is, and how this downtown Disney area that is blocking the parking garage, how it bleeds into the main street in the park, and I don't like that. So I don't keep it like this. But this does give me the idea to build the hotel in the front of the park. So that's cool. But so I did keep this in. It's like you kind of get like a better idea of what I was thinking for the hotel. I think I called it the Hotel California. That's not what it's called. That's the album cover for the Eagles, I believe. This is based off the Beverly Hills Hotel. So it has a very interesting like history, because there's pictures of it when it was first built, and there's like nothing around it. I'm just like, that's crazy, because now it's like, well, I mean, I don't know, it's wild. But I've always thought it was like a very, very pretty hotel, and I've built it in The Sims a couple times. For whatever reason, in The Sims, when I don't like when I don't build starter homes, I build hotels. Doesn't make any sense. I don't make much sense. I tried to put it over the overpass, but it was just too much building for the overpass. So I pushed it back and made it the entrance, and I cut out a bunch of footage of me trying to make a monorail station work in this area, and no, it doesn't work, because Aqualand, the way that I built it, with public transportation not in mind, I guess, so like most of America, there's no way to put, I was also testing sightlines here to see where you can see the big pink thing from, and from a lot of places. But yeah, no, I could not figure out how to fit a monorail station in, and I tried for many hours, because I was like, I want one so badly in here, but nah, it just doesn't work. Oh, and here, I am building a Main Street building. This becomes our guest services building. It has like a restroom thingy off the side of it. It has, well, guest services in it, which is good. I didn't mean for it to be this big and this ambitious, I guess. It's a weird building, I'm not gonna lie. But it kind of gives like Frank Lloyd Wright in a way. Kinda. Which is that's kind of cool. But yeah, it wasn't meant to be more of like, it wasn't meant to be more than what it is, I guess. Like, it wasn't meant to be like this huge thing. It kind of became this huge thing. So, but that's fine. So, I like how it turned out. It might be changing though, like quite a bit, because of the hotel and where it is and all that stuff, all that jazz that I got into in the video. Because of the hotel, I didn't build it in this. It's not like there, as you can tell. The entrance isn't even there in this. This was built weeks ago. So yeah, it's just, I've been trying to like piece together this park for a very long time, and so I'm doing things kind of out of order because, I don't know, that's just how my brain works. It's not very great, but it's just how it happens. But yeah, I don't know. I might change this building. I might make it more curvy, or flip it to the other side and then have it be like a little bit bigger or something. I don't know. But the one good thing is that, like, I think all of these are actually scalable because I don't use any grid pieces. So yeah, that's kind of cool. But it's just kind of like playing around with it, trying to like find some new like combinations. So yeah, I was like, oh, the entire thing can be scaled. That's pretty neat. So, but I do make this window like a little bit smaller, so I have like a different variation for it, and then I kind of go from there. I do like how it turns out, but yeah, I don't want to get rid of it. Is what I'm trying to say. Is I do like it. I don't want to get rid of it, but I got to figure out a nicer place for it. And I've never built. I think I briefly mentioned it earlier, but I've never built a park like this before. All of my parks in Planet Coaster 1 are just like scattered thoughts, really. I didn't really have the time to play it like earnestly and like fully. So Planet Coaster 2, I mean, again, Aqualand wasn't really meant to be Aqualand. It was just meant to be a dark ride, and now it's all of this. So like, I'm winging it, and I don't really know if a castle park is the right move for this kind of a park. Honestly, I'm still not sure about that castle, because it's I'm taking so many different bits and pieces from so many different other parks, because it's the scale of some things don't make sense. They're like Disney Sea, but the hub is more like Universal, but kind of like Shanghai Disney, because there's like rides in the middle. But the entrance is like Hollywood Studios. It's just like a mishmash of a whole bunch of stuff, and it doesn't really make sense. But I don't know. It's like it's something, right? It's a thing. I think it works pretty all right. Although one thing I do maybe want to try is making portals. Wow, I can't speak. For each of the lands, which I know, like Epic Universe, that's like their thing. But something that would be a little more cohesive might be better. Although maybe not. Maybe that is like interesting to have like each little thing be different. But I don't know. I might like revisit that when like we get more along with the lands and things like that, and like the themes that I want to do. I know the next one after the mythology is like all set and done. All those thousands of rocks are placed. It's mostly rock work I have to do there, which is why I'm like avoiding it, because I'm like, I don't like rock work, but I have to do it because it'll look really, really good at the end. So, but the next land is going to be the Western land, and I am waiting for update 5 because they're releasing like rocks that you can color. And so I'm really hoping to try to make like a mesa with like different colored layers, if you kind of get what I mean. Like, you know, like different sedimentary rock layers. So like throughout the park, it'll be like the same level, but like the rocks will like change color. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Just a sedimentary rock. Just think about that, and just the layers, like an onion, like an ogre, like a parfait. So that I'm amazing at explaining things. But yeah, I'm thinking of different ideas that I kind of want to do for that. This didn't line up all that great, and I was very angry about it. I think I just tore the entire thing off and was like, I'm just gonna restart. Like, the vibes are just very Frank Lloyd Wright. I don't know what it is about this building. Like, it's not just me, right? Like, you guys could see it too. It's just a cool building. I don't know. I've never done a thing like this before. I've never made a park like this, which is so huge. So everything is just kind of, I don't know what I'm doing, and it's slightly overwhelming because it's on a scale I'm just not used to in this game. Like, I'm used to Planko scale, but I'm not used to, like, you know, whole lands. So I don't know. Yeah. I'm excited though to get into the Western and the sci-fi areas. I don't know what the sci-fi area is going to be yet. I'm thinking maybe like a retro 60s vibe, but in order to make that really work, I want a people mover, and we don't have that currently. But we do have a thing to make like adventures through inner space, which that could be neat, but I don't know. Like, I mean, it could be cool, but I don't know. Like, those rides, I feel like take up a lot of space and a lot of like more time than space. Well, time and space. Tomorrowland. But like, dark rides just take up so much time to build, and you know, like, if it's just like a facade, I was like, oh, if I build like a theater on Main Street, it can be just a facade, because I mean, yeah, we have screens now, but I don't know. I think that building over there is actually, like, it looks like a cinema, but I think I'm gonna make it like a restaurant. I think that's what I did do. So it's like a big restaurant in the back of Main Street, which is, you know, that makes sense-ish, but yeah, I don't know. Oh, this is where I was trying to figure out how to make the windows and make like a weird corridor thingy happening over here, which is kind of cool. I just thought it was like a kind of weird and neat, like, administrative building. It reminds me of like a public library in a way, kinda. Also, my mic stand is it's not great. It's like falling apart. So if you hear that, yeah, it's clinking, clacking, all that stuff. So anyway, video's almost over. I will see you guys in the next one, where we will be working on Mythopolis. A bunch of rocks. So many rocks. So, alright. Goodbye for now.